So my camera wasn't recording the entire time, and I was looking like a clown, talking to the camera, knowing that it wasn't recording, or not even knowing. I was not knowing that it was recording. I thought that I was being funny and witty to the camera. All my jokes are lost. So I am doing the books and makeup tag, and I've done a couple of steps so far, but I'm not going to do them again because that's gross. So I'm going to reenact the steps that I've done so far. That's what I'm going to do. My name is Sarah. I was tagged by Cassandra Clare. Let's go with her. I was tagged by Cassandra Clare. I'm very excited to do this tag for you guys, and I started off with my eyebrows. Pretend that they're blank, and I'm going to be doing them for you guys. So the eyebrow question is name a book that you want everyone to read, and for this I chose Sea Prey by Khaled Hosseini. It is a beautiful book that I enjoy a lot, and you should read it. It is so quick and simple and small and etc, etc. Wow, those eyebrows look so good. So the next step that I did was primer, and I used this, and the question was name a book that had a lasting impression on you, and I chose We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. Yum. And that book is about a boy named Henry who is emotionally going through it. Poor guy, all my sympathy. Content warning, the book deals with suicide and depression and abuse to an extent. So if you're sensitive towards those things, don't pick up this book. So the book follows Henry and his mental health. From the get-go, it's poor and it follows his journey, but also his mental health transformation, I suppose. His mental health journey is juxtaposed against a plot line in which Henry has been habitually abducted by aliens since the age of 13. And near the beginning of the book, the actual plot of it centers on Henry being told by these aliens that he has 155 days, and at the end of those 155 days, he has to decide whether or not humanity should remain on Earth. So he will push a red button to keep people on Earth, and if he does nothing, we will all perish. So it follows that and like the moral dilemma that is embedded in that. And it's just such an interesting book. It's a heartbreaking book and it's refreshingly written, right? So that's primer. Wow. Squeeze, squeeze. Rub, rub. Wow, that primer is so good. Next, I did finishing powder. The question was name your favorite last book in a series, and I chose A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, which is the last book in the Shades of Magic series, and it was so heartwarming. I love Kellen Marla so much, so that book was very wonderful. Next, I did blush, and you know what? I'll put more blush on for you guys. And for blush, the question is name a cringy romance. And for that, I chose 2 books, actually, because I'm a freaking cheater. And those books are City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So Cassie, what is the main character's name? Claire, no, Clary. Any relations to Cassandra Clare? Clary and what's that blonde boy's name? Jace. They were so freaking cringy from the get-go, right? They were just gross together. And then there was that whole incest plotline. Spoiler alert, it's been like a decade. But there was that incest plotline in which they thought that they were siblings for a hot minute, and they still decided like, oh, who cares? I care, that's gross, that's disgusting. Do you have no shame? Ew. Ew. Why did she have to put that in? That's my question. And the next romance that I decided to talk about was After by Anna Todd. Hardin and Tessa were awful. We've been new, sis. So that's my blush. What else did I do? I think I'm all caught up. Yeah. So the next step would be, oh, contour. I already did contour. Actually, did I do contour? I don't think so. So contour is name a book with surprising depth. For that, I chose Lexicon by Max Berry. And that book is freaking wild. But it is a sci-fi-ish, fantasy-ish story in which there are these people called poets who have mastery over the English language, or any language, I suppose, because there are foreign cultures that have this, whatever. Poets are basically people who have influence over language and are able to influence human beings through using a certain word or whatever, which is very interesting. The magic system in and of itself is very interesting. But also what was interesting was the plot. So the plot was told parallel to one another. So at the beginning of the plot, at the onset, you know that something bad happened at the end of it, because of course it did. So the plot was fascinating, but there was also surprising depth in that the themes presented were interesting. Like questions of persuasion and advertisement and politics and, you know, everyday life, how we manipulate one another. It was very well done. And I'd recommend you pick it up. It had surprising depths. There we go. What next? What next? It looks so freaking horrendous, but it's okay because I'm not filming this again. So next is highlight. Name a book that highlights your day. For that, I chose Coffee House Angel, which, if you don't know, that's this book. That's this book. And no, I will not be taking any questions as to why that is the highlight of my day. On to the next one. No, just kidding. So I chose that book because I read that book when I was like 8, 9. I was really young and I was just beginning to read. And I distinctly remember the storyline, and I remember one scene in particular that made me smile so much when I read it. And I remember drinking hot cocoa while reading it. It was just it's a comfortable book. You know, you have those books where you look at them and you're like, oh, I had a good time reading that. And you know what? 8 is the last time I remember feeling genuine happiness. Okay, next up on the bat is eyeshadow, and for that one, the question is pick a book cover that you like, and for that I chose The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee Ade. I love the color red and blue, and I mean I love the color red, that's my favorite color, but also just the cover design in which there's a gold detail. It's so freaking pretty. And then the juxtaposition of blue and red is so nice. The cover looks so velvety. I don't know, I love it. I love it. Yes. Guys, makeup is so time consuming, bro. What the hell? Where's my little brush? Where's my brush? My back hurts a little bit. Should I be concerned? Okay, little boop. Boop. I know some people don't like the little dot on your nose, but it's my face and I like it. It's muy cute. Okay, that's as good as it's getting. And then the next question is mascara. Name a book that is long. Get it? Because mascara makes your lashes long. And thick. So name a thick book too. Oh, I'm so smart. So for this, I chose The Ice Cream Queen of Orchard. I always do this. The Ice Cream Queen of Orchard Street. Yes, by Susan Jane Gilman. And that book isn't necessarily long in page numbers, but it feels really long because it follows a long period of time. So it's not long in page count, but it's long in content, in which the main character Malka, we follow her life for 70 years. So yeah, it feels like a while, but like in the best way. I mean, I didn't want the story to end, so obviously it wasn't long enough in my opinion. I had to mention it somewhere, honestly. How is this? I feel like we're closer now that you've seen me struggle in putting makeup on. Okay, that's as good as it's getting. That's as good as it's getting. So should I do eyeliner? I think I'm gonna do eyeliner, honestly. F it. So the question for eyeliner is name a book that is dark and mysterious. So this eyeliner is blue because I want to wear blue eyeliner. And for this, I named Alice by Christina Henry. I'm so intelligent. I talked about that book in my little thingy. My haul. I bought the book in my haul. And it's just like a dark and twisted retelling of Alice. Y'all are probably wondering why blue mascara or blue eyeliner. And the answer to that is it's literally the first one that I grabbed and I went with it. Colored mascara slaps, bro. Y'all are just sleep. Y'all are sleep. What else is there? What else is there? What else is there? That. Lipstick. So for this, the question / answer / whatever was name your favorite book, Kiss. And for this, I chose The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I may have my issues with the book series, and Carden and Jude may not be the healthiest characters at all. But that first kiss, bro, is pretty spicy, not gonna lie. Where she has like the dagger up against his throat. Yum. Let's look at myself now, close up. I look like shit, of course I do. Okay, glasses on, I'm gonna be able to see myself now. Let me see if I don't cringe. And I wanna cringe, of course I do. Of course I wanna cringe. So this is my little makeup video, makeup book tab. Again, thank you so much to Cassandra Clare for tagging me. The makeup turned out pretty bad, but I'm not a beauty guru. What else is there to say about this little video? I had a lot of fun. Yeah, this makeup is not it. Yeah, I'm not standing this makeup at all. But it's whatever. I'm not gonna refilm. This is like the third, fourth time I refilmed. My name is Sarah. That's the video. Thank you for watching.